Hey everyone, it's David here. So I'm going to talk today about how it was an incredible commission day, both on the follow-ups. I got 2 deals that I secured today. Absolutely incredible. $24,000 in commission in one day. One of my highest days ever, and I'm going to talk about this. But before I do that, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I don't know what you're waiting for, go ahead and click the subscription link down below. The first part of today was the follow-up from last week. Last week I actually played a clip of a live cold call for you where the guy verbally said yes. Then I followed up with him over the weekend and he said, you know what, my family's afraid this is about fraud because it was for his mom, and he shared that with me. So I went ahead and shared some credibility, which I talked about in yesterday's video. And then we followed up again today. We've had about 3 to 4 conversations and the paperwork is on its way to us at this point. So we're good to go from there and we're super excited about that. So that was that deal right there. Then I have another client who had called me back and she's been in my CRM. She's a great gal. And this one was super cool. We thought she had about $20,000. I thought I was going to get about $2,000. Notice I say thought. Well, it turns out that the stocks have not been cashed. And when we looked at this deal and we looked at what the value was as it gets cashed, she's got $216,000 that's waiting for her at the stage. She's like, yeah, take 10% of it. You've worked hard on this and I'm super happy. And I'm like, wow, totally stoked. And she's like jumping up, I'm jumping up, super happy about this. So we're gonna go ahead and get her paid. I will get one of my highest payouts ever of 21,000 commissions. Yes, I've gotten some high commissions before. This will be one of my highest, and I'm super excited about this, and this is what keeps me motivated. But let's talk about what creates these kind of paydays. Number one is, and I won't see the Florida deal, I won't see until another few months, and then this deal in California still has to be approved. We're gonna do a financial hardship. We're gonna talk to a supervisor, try to get this moving. It'll probably be 3 to 4 months also, maybe a little bit longer because it's a beneficiary here. So we're gonna try to make this one as quickly as possible. So let's talk about what to do here. Number one is you've got your CRM, and I've told you how to, a couple weeks ago I did a whole video on CRM, and if you didn't see that video, go back and watch it. It's a very powerful video and I show you how to navigate on the CRM. Most of my deals that I close are somewhere between conversations 4 and 10. And that today is a classic example. I've had probably 7 or 8 conversations with her, and I've had about 3 to 4 with him. You've got to follow up with your clients and you've got to be patient. It's especially good when you start off the day and you follow up. Then you can move it from a follow-up to a verbal agreement, from a verbal agreement into contracts sent out, contracts received, contracts sent over to the state. And then you can put dates with all of these like I showed you how to do in the CRM. And that way, when it goes red and you haven't moved it or it hasn't moved in a while, you can say, oh wow, I sent it to the state back in January. It's now the end of April, beginning of May. I haven't been paid out. Let me follow up with this one. Or I sent this paperwork 3 days ago. I was supposed to get it back on a FedEx envelope. I haven't received it back. Let me call my client, double check that they actually got it out. You gotta have this kind of follow up. So when you call somebody, now I called this lady to let her know a while ago that she had unclaimed funds. And when we talked, you have to have an action plan. You have unclaimed funds. So what? Hi, this is David Church. I'm a state funds locator. I'm calling about the unclaimed funds belonging to John Smith. John, I'm calling you about this account that you have that's unclaimed. Want to first of all make sure that you're aware of this. I educate him. With your approval, sir, we get people paid. We would love to work with you. Here's the action plan. Again, you have to make it easy for your clients. You don't want it to be complicated, because if it's complicated, they might as well just do it on their own. How do I make it easy? I get the paperwork to them. I show it to them in the email. I offer to send a notary, or I get them pinned to the closest notary near them. It could be their bank or UPS, and I've done all the above and they work, but you have to guide your client through the action plan. Number 3 is you explain the process. Then you're gonna get the paperwork to me. I'm gonna submit it. I always say a joke. I always say I'm gonna submit it to the state or to the court. I'm gonna kick them in the butt and make sure that they pay you like they're supposed to pay you. That makes people laugh. It gives a little humor. And again, do what's in your gut. You may have something totally different, especially your first couple of calls. You're gonna be very serious on this, but you do get people paid. This business does work. I've shown you plenty of checks in the past. This business works very nicely. You have to have an action plan. You have to be able to walk your clients through that action plan. You get them paid and you get paid in the process, and it's very nice. So somewhere between conversations 4 to 10 is typically where I get my deals, I get my contracts in. I do get them on the first deal, and I do get them on the second, third, or conversation that I have with people. I shouldn't say first deal. I get them on the first conversation, second, third conversation, but it's all in the follow-up. You've got to follow up and follow up and follow up. That's the game plan for this business. And then have an action plan. Those are the big 2 steps I would give you today. And then you'll have days that you have an excellent commission day. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Do me a favor, if this was helpful, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I'll see you around. Thank you.